Hello, in our flow today we're going to be looking at a slightly slower pace, still building strength and finding stability. We're going to be doing some restorative work, so keep listening to your body and take the option that is right for your body today and right for your mind today. Remembering there's no medals with our yoga practice. Just keep breathing and keep listening and take the option that feels right for you. I hope you enjoy this. All you need is your yoga mat and a couple of yoga bricks if you have them, otherwise a cushion or some tins or a book. Enjoy. Before we move into our flow, we're just going to take a moment to take a breath into our body and see where it is that we are right now, centering into this space. So if you get comfortable in a seated position, whether that's cross-legged, kneeling or sitting on a chair if that's more comfortable for you. If it feels right, take a low gaze or close those eyes down, placing the hands on the body wherever it feels right for you in this moment. And taking a big breath in through the nose, throat and lungs, lungs, throat and nose. Feeling that chest fill, rising and then softening on that exhale. Maybe feeling the ribs, the shoulder blades, and the collarbones moving with that. And now see if you can deepen that breath, nose, throat, lungs and belly, belly, lungs, throat and nose. Maybe feeling the space between the hips and the ribs. As you deepen that breath, finding that space increases. Creating awareness in that pelvis, maybe rising up, finding height in the seat. Feeling the space between each vertebrae as that spine starts to grow taller. Finding height with each inhale and holding that height even as you exhale. Maybe you can feel those shoulder blades drawing together as the chest opens, allowing for a deeper, more connected breath into your body. From here we can flutter our eyes open. We're going to take a little flow to open up those hips. So just hands on those thighs, maybe on the mid-thigh, maybe on the knees, seeing what's right for your body. In a comfortable seat here, and we're going to take some circles with the pelvis. So trying to keep the upper body stable. Knees aren't contributing to this movement. It's just the pelvis circling. You could bring your hands onto the body, maybe feeling the tissue in your body moving, feeling different muscles in your body moving. You could have one hand on the sacrum, one hand on the pelvis, feeling that connection in your body. And then change directions. Maybe the sensations are different, maybe they're same. See what happens in your body. Coming back to center. We're going to find a little space in the side of the body now. So keeping that left hand down on the left thigh. Take a big breath in, bringing that right hand up and then over. So we're not compressing on the left side of our body, so that the right hand is coming up. We're finding space in that right rib cage and coming over. And maybe the left ear will come down to the left shoulder. Finding more space in the right side of the neck. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Another big breath in, rising up from the glutes, up the side body, through the shoulder blade and over with that right hand. Inhale. Exhale, bringing that right arm down. Maybe observing a difference through the side of the body, the side of the neck, and the arms. We'll switch sides now, so take a big breath in. Big breath out. On the next big breath in, that left arm is reaching up and over, finding space through that left rib cage. Again, seeing if it feels right for you, bringing the right ear down to the right shoulder. Staying active through the right side waist, staying tall through both sides of the body. It's creating space through the rib cage, through the shoulder blade, through the armpit, and into that neck. Big breath in here, reaching a little bit further. Big breath out, bringing that left hand down. We could take a little arching of that spine forwards and backwards, letting that chin rise as you come forward and come back to the chest as you come back. Circling that spine, creating more movement here in our body. Maybe you can feel that coming into the mind as well. If it feels right for you, you could close the eyes down. See if you can step into the sensations in the body that little bit more. And then rising tall in that spine, coming back to our center, chest open, feeling that connection into our core. So we've created a little bit of space, created some breath in that body, and now we're going to come into a flow. It's going to be slower. That doesn't mean it's easy. We're still creating that strength and building that stability. So from here, if you're on a brick or a cushion, coming off that and coming onto all fours in whatever way feels right for your body to make that transition. We're not being overly dogmatic in our practice today. It's seeing what feels right for you. We're going to push down through those hands. Rising up in the body, rising up in the shoulders. Check the pit of the elbow is facing each other rather than the front of the mat. Drawing that throat up, finding the line in your spine. So that sacrum, scapula, skull. Big breaths in here. Big breaths out. We're stepping back with that right foot. Toes down on that right leg. Big breath in here. Big breath out. We push into that right foot. Finding space in the back of that right leg. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Bringing that right knee back into center. Big breath in here. Staying active in that center. Exhale. Stepping back with the left foot. Toes are down. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Leaning into the ball of that left foot. Arch in that right knee now as we come back. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Bringing that left knee back down on the mat. From here, we're going to inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, bringing that right knee off the mat, the right shin off the mat. Bringing that through, planting that right foot down on the mat. Left knee stays where it is. If that right foot is getting stuck, give it a hand, move it forward. Bringing that right hand back down, and maybe you're on bricks now to allow that spine to be that little bit longer. Breathing in here. We're going to push down through the foot. Inhale as we rise up, arms coming up, and then hands will come into heart center. Thinking about that 90-degree connection in that front knee. Pushing the heel of the hands into each other. Big breath in here, firing that left glute, pushing down through the front foot. Finding that connection in the spine again. Breathing in here. Breathing out. Right hand will come onto the sacrum. Left hand will come down onto a brick or onto the floor. Breathing in here. Breathing out. Right shoulder coming up to the sky. Keep the gaze down. We don't want to crank our neck. Keep pushing into that front foot and firing that left glute, keeping those hips even. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Big breath in and see if that right arm can come up to the sky. Keep pushing down through the front foot. Keep that gaze down. Breathing in here. Breathing out. We're going to come into a little side plank variation. So you have the option to just bring that front foot all the way back behind that left foot. Or maybe you want to bring that right hand down and then drag that right foot back. Inside arch comes down behind that left leg, which is running up and down the mat. Left shoulder over the left wrist. Inhale, see if you can bring that right hand to the shoulder as you fire that left glute, bringing the pelvis forward and up. Breathing in here, keeping that gaze down. Inhale, bringing that right arm up to the sky. Exhale. Stay active in the center, active in the glutes. Inhale, reaching further up through that right arm. And exhale. Strong here, firing, holding that core is on, finding that the right rib cage is over the left rib cage. See if you can toe tap that back foot. Maybe you can bring that right leg up in line with the torso. Maybe you can bend that right leg so the foot is coming towards the seat. That right arm is up to the sky. If you're comfortable here, you could bring the foot to the heel and then extend them both away. Take the option that gives you strength and stability. Bringing those together, tapping or pulsing, whichever option is right for your body in this moment. From here, we're going to bring that right hand down, bringing that right shin down. Coming back into our active child's pose, so seat coming back. There may be a cushion or bricks between the calf and the thighs. We have the pinkies down and the thumbs up, the forearms are off the mat, bringing the head down between the arms. It may hover above, it may come rest on a brick, or the forehead may come all the way down onto the mat. Breathing in here, knees together or apart. See what feels right for your body, maybe try both. Take a little shimmy here. Maybe pushing into those ribs, finding space through the ribs and shoulders in your body today. Big breath in, big breath out. We plant those hands back down onto the mat. Inhale, rising up onto all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, big breath in, big breath out. On the next big breath in, we bring that left shin off the mat. Exhale, plant that left foot down, give it a hand if it gets stuck. And you may want to come onto bricks now at whatever setting gives your body the length in your spine. From here, we'll inhale, rising all the way up. You can have the back foot tucked or flat. For me, I've got some little issue with my right knee, so I switch. One foot, one side is tucked, one foot, one side is flat. Do what's right for your body, remembering no pain. Hands coming into prayer at heart center, pushing into the heel of those hands. Push down through the front foot to fire that right glute. Finding that neutral pelvis, that connection here in the spine, sacrum, scapula, skull. We bring the left hand onto the sacrum and we'll place that right hand onto a brick or onto the floor. The hand is under the shoulder. Inhale, we'll open that left shoulder up to the sky. Breathing in here, keeping the gaze down towards the floor. Big breaths in, big breaths out. If it feels right for your body, you could bring that left arm up to the sky. Breathing in here, breathing out, keep pushing down through the front foot and firing the right glute. From here, you could once again bring that left hand down and drag that left foot back. Or you might feel comfortable here, bringing the left foot back on its side plank variation. So that right shin is running up and down the mat, that left foot is planted behind it. You could now bring your left hand onto that right shoulder joint. Check that wrist is underneath the shoulder. Maybe it can come all the way up to the sky. Gaze stays down or straight ahead, avoiding looking up at the top hand. We don't want to crank the neck. You could either toe tap that back foot here. Maybe you can bring that left leg up in line with that torso and pulse that leg. If it feels right, you could bend that left leg, foot coming towards the seat. Staying active in that center. Maybe that left hand can come down towards that left heel. They don't have to connect. They could be aiming for each other if you're taking this option. Exhale, they come apart. Inhale, bringing those together. Exhale, they come apart. Alternatively, pulsing or tapping. Taking one more of wherever you are. Bringing the left foot down and the left hand down. We'll bring that left shin back onto the mat. Coming into our child's pose once again. Arms out in front if it's okay for your shoulders. Otherwise, they're underneath the shoulders. Head resting where it's right for your body. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Breathing into the back of the ribs where the lungs are at the longest. Breathing into the depths of your lungs, filling them up from the bottom. Big breaths out. We'll plant those hands down. Rise back up onto all fours. Stepping back into our plank. Remember, you can have your knees down for your plank, maybe forearms down. Take the version that works right for your body. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Bend the knees as we rise into our downward dog, finding length in the front of the body. Stepping those feet in, bending those knees, pulsing those heels up and down, finding even more space in your body here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Stepping that left shin forward, hovering that over the mat. Big breath in here. Stepping back into your downward dog. Pulsing those legs one more time. Big breath in. Stepping the right shin forward and hovering that over the mat. Breathing in here. Breathing out as we step those feet back into your downward dog again. Pulsing those heels. Wagging the tail of your dog. We'll bring the left shin down onto the mat. The right shin down onto the mat. We're going to take a couple of cat-cows here. So work on opening up that spine. So those hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Finding that connection in your body. We're going to push down into the heel of the hands as the chest will come forward. Stay active in the center, firing those glutes. Pelvis hasn't moved. The movement is in the shoulders. Now we'll push all the way down through the hands. We'll rise up, arching that spine. Big breath in here. We'll do that one more time each way. Push down into the heel of the hands. Chest coming forward. Big breath in. Big breath out, pushing down through the entire hand. Rising into our angry cat. Big breath in here. Big breath out, coming back to that neutral spine. From here, we're going to come into a relaxation. So you may have a version that works for you. We could step the feet to the side, walk the hands up the mat, and walk those legs out in front of us. If you're comfortable in the traditional version of Shavasana, you could come all the way down, arms open, feet apart, eyes closed. Taking a big breath in here. If that doesn't work for you, take any version of relaxation, of Shavasana, that is right for your body. You could be seated, the eyes could be open. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable in your body and safe in your mind. If you're happy to do so, either take a low gaze or close those eyes down. Taking big breaths in here, big breaths out. Maybe observing any changes in the space in your body. Softening of tension. And a little heat where we've been building strength. Taking those big breaths into your body. Remembering when we take these moments to breathe, deep breaths into the belly. Within a few moments, a few minutes, we can start to switch off the sympathetic nervous system, which is our stressed state. And we can start to wake up, start to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our calmer state of being. Allowing us to make clearer, smarter, more considered decisions for ourselves from our calmer state. Breathing into that belly. Sensing what areas of your body are connected into that mat. Ankles, calves, maybe the back of the knees, the thighs, hips. If you're lying, lower back. Perhaps as you inhale, you can feel the middle back coming towards the mat. Upper back, shoulders, hands, forearms, elbows, upper arms, base of the neck maybe, the skull. Feeling yourself connected and supported, releasing a little bit more with each breath. Softening the body, softening the mind. From here, we'll slowly wiggle those fingers and toes. Maybe make circles with the wrists and the ankles. Bringing the arms up and back. Taking a big stretch from one end of the room to the other. Feeling the toes and the fingers stretching away. Bringing the knees into the chest and giving yourself a great big squeeze, wrapping your arms around your thighs, maybe rocking from side to side on your spine or on the sit bones. And from here, rising up into seated in a way that feels right for you. Low gaze or closed eyes. We'll take a big breath in, the arms will come all the way up above the crown, hands meeting in prayer. Thumbs coming down to the space between the eyebrows. May peace be in your thoughts. Thumbs coming down to the lips. May peace be in your words. Thumbs coming down to the heart center. May peace be in your actions. We bow our heads. Thank yourself for creating time for your mind and for your body today. And thank you from me for joining this flow. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to know what your thoughts and feelings were on that, so please do message me, comment or share, like, click the bell so you're notified of when I load more videos here. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever it is that you are. Thank you so much for joining me.